The Great Inscription of Amen-Em-Heb, an Egyptian officer under Thutmose III, who reigned between 1481 BC to 1425 BC. As for me, I was the very faithful instrument of the sovereign, the half of the heart of the king of the south, the light of the heart of the king of the north, while I followed my master in his expeditions to the regions of the north or the south, those which he desired, for I was the companion of his feet, and that in the midst of his valour and power, in order to give testimony. Now I captured in the country of Nekheb, and brought back certain Asiatics, 3 men as prisoners, alive. When his majesty reached Naharain, I brought thither the 3 men as booty, whom I placed before their majesty as living prisoners. Another time I captured, it was in the expedition to the country of Mount Uan, to the west of Aleppo, and I brought back certain captured Asiatics as living prisoners, 13 men, 70 asses, alive, 13 basons of iron, lacuna, basons of worked gold, lacuna. Another time I captured, it was an expedition to the country of Carchemish, and brought away, lacuna, as living prisoners. I traversed the water of Naharain, without letting them escape, and I set them before my master. Behold, therefore, he rewarded me with a great reward, namely, lacuna. I saw the victory of the king of the south and of the north, even Ra-Men-Keper, the life-giver, in the country of Senzar. He made lacuna. There I captured before the king, and I brought back a hand. He gave me the gold of Guerdon, namely 2 rings of gold and silver. When I began again to behold his valour, I was among his bodyguard, and of the capture of Kadesh, without quitting the place which was under him, I brought back of the Marinas 2 personages as living prisoners, before the king, the lord of the 2 worlds. Thutmose, who gives life eternally, he gave me gold for my valour in the presence of the master, namely the collar of the lion of gold, 2 shebi collars, 2 helmets and 4 bracelets, and I saw my master lacuna. Then afresh it was overthrown. As for me, I ascended towards lacuna. I began again to see his valour in the country of Takis, lacuna. I captured there before the king, and brought away certain Asiatics, 3 men alive as prisoners. Then my lord gave me the gold of Guerdon, namely 2 collars, 4 bracelets, with 2 helmets and a tame lion. I began again to see another perfect action performed by the master of the 2 worlds in the country of Niai. We took in hunting 120 elephants for their tusks. The largest among them attempted to fight face to face with his majesty. As for me, I cut off his foot, although he was alive, lacuna. I entered for thee into the water which was between the 2 stones. Then my master rewarded me with gold. Behold, the prince of Kadesh drove a mare straight against lacuna. As it charged among the soldiers, I hurried to meet it, on foot, with my dagger, and I opened its stomach. I cut off its tail, and made of it a trophy, in the royal work of giving thanks to God because thereof. That caused joy to take possession of my heart, and cheerfulness to alight upon my limbs. His majesty dispatched the most valiant of his soldiers to force the newly constructed rampart of Kadesh. It was I who forced it, for I was in advance of the most valiant. No other was before me. When I left it, I brought back with me of the Marinas 2 personages as living prisoners. My master began again to reward me because of this with every sort of good thing, for it was pleasing to the king that I had made this capture. Being an officer, lacuna, it was I who directed the manoeuvre in lacuna, as captain of his bodyguard. Lacuna. In his fair festival of Apet, when the men were full of joy, lacuna. Behold for the king, the age he passed, of years abundant and happy, as a strong man, as a lacuna, as a truth speaker, from his happy first year until his 54th year, from the last day of the month Famenoth. Then the king of the south and the north, Ra-Men-Keper, the truth speaker, ascended to heaven, to unite himself with the solar disk, and to follow God, who penetrates when he makes himself luminous under the form of the solar disk, which illuminates the sky at the same time that it shines. The king of the south and the north, Ra-Khepru, the son of the sun, Amenhotep, the giver of life. Establishing himself on the throne of his father, reduced under the royal banner all that made opposition to him. He pierced the wretches, and of the desert he immolated their chiefs, rising like Horus, the son of Isis, taking possession of the extremity of all those who exist and breathe, all the mountain and plain, bowed as it were before his wishes, their tributes on their backs. He granted unto them the breath of life. Behold, his majesty saw me sailing with him in his bark, named Kamun Suten Uar, while I was at Lacuna, of the fair festival of Apet Rest, comfortably to custom. When I reascended, even I, into the interior of the palace, an order was given to stand in the presence of the king, Ra-Khepru. It was a great honour. I flew, even I, on the spot, into the presence of his majesty. He said to me, I know thy conduct, Lacuna, serving my father. Advance in dignity, be tenue of the army, and from the moment that this is said, watch over the royal forces. The tenue Mahu executed all his words,